Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. And today I've got a very special one. It's going to be nostalgic. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about it. But as you guys know, Black Ops 7 is coming out. And Black Ops 7 is a direct sequel to Black Ops 2. Now we already know at launch that they're remastering Hijacked, Raid, and Express. But recently, Matt Scrontz did a question interview where he answered some questions about multiplayer, and at the end, he said that we will see some remasters from BO2 that we have not seen before. So I wanted to go through today and make a list of the top 10 maps that I would like to see remastered in Black Ops 7 that have never been remastered before, as far as I'm aware. We've also got some honorable mentions from Black Ops 3 because I've heard that they're not just remastering Black Ops 2 maps, that they might have some other games maps as well, and Black Ops 3 has some beautiful maps that have never been remastered before and that I'd like to see in the game. Now, this does not mean that the only maps I want in the game are remastered maps. I prefer if most of the maps are original, but if they can't do that and they suck at that, then just remaster the maps so we at least have something to play. But at least 13 of the maps are original at launch, so they're on the right track. I just hope in the post-launch seasons that they give us a mix of remasters and original content to keep the game fresh. But anyways, let's first start with the honorable mentions, and then we'll head on to the top 10 list. All right, starting off our honorable mentions, we've got the BO3 DLC map Micro. With this game, I do not have the Black Ops 3 DLCs installed onto my computer. I only have them on the Xbox, so I was not able to actually walk through the maps like I am with the Black Ops 2 maps in this video. So I just found whatever gameplay I could find on all of these maps that I'm about to mention for the honorable mentions. So I will not be able to make them graphically great or be able to control where they're going, but as we can see, you are on a picnic table and you are the size of an ant while everything else is what that looks like to an ant, I guess. Very cool map, very good concept. I love the style of it. And on top of that, it played really well, and the colors on this map are absolutely beautiful. I think this map would be really fun to be in Black Ops 7, maybe like a season 3 or 4 DLC. It is kind of more out there, so I don't know if it would be something that I would want to see early on in like season 1 or season 2. I think they should just keep with the Black Ops 2 maps early on, but if they want to throw in a Black Ops 3 map, I would love to see Micro make a return, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be their last Black Ops game, so if you're going to bring some maps back, you might as well do it, or have a year 2 of content. Also, I will be linking down each of these videos in the description so no one can get upset. If you guys want to go watch those original videos for whatever reason, you can. Moving on to honorable mention number 2. The graphics are really bad on this one. I apologize, but it's what I got. We've got Splash. Splash is one of my favorite maps of Call of Duty history of all time. BO3 had a great DLC cycle, and Splash did not disappoint. This game looks beautiful, okay, and the maps look beautiful as well. Splash, you're at a water park with the giant kraken, and it is very, very colorful. I love colorful maps in Call of Duty. It makes you feel better playing the game. Obviously you don't get the full experience right now because you're watching bad graphical quality from YouTube here because it is a 9-year-old video. However, the map design, the flow, just everything about this map was very, very good. Yeah, I want to see Splash make a return, and why not do it now? I've been wanting this map back for a long time, and Black Ops 7 is back into the future a little bit. Not quite where this is at. This would be a great map for Black Ops 7, in my opinion. Next on my list, we have Spire. Spire is another DLC map from Black Ops 3. It is just a really well done map. It reminds me of something like some of the other Black Ops 2 maps that we have coming up later in the video for my Black Ops 2 ranking, but Spire was a very well designed map. They'd have to change a few stuff because there's some wall running spots that wouldn't really work anymore. I don't know how they could go around that, but I think it'd be a really cool map that would actually fit Black Ops 7 really well. As you can see, like, this wall run would not work on Black Ops 7, but maybe they could design it a little bit different that you can wall jump, because they've now confirmed that you can chain jump wall jumps together, so maybe you can bounce between walls there to get around the outside, or they just close off that part of the map or whatever it may be. But very great map. I loved how it played. I loved the aesthetic of it. I think it was graphically a really beautiful map. Moving on to honorable mention number 4, I think, we have Knockout. Now, we have some gameplay here that isn't the best quality, and also the frame rate is kind of low, but you guys get the point. This map reminded me of the actually, now that I think about it, this map reminds me of the Black Ops 7 raid that they're bringing back. But yeah, this map played really well. I think it would actually really work with the Black Ops 7 movement, because I don't think it's too specific with, you know, Black Ops 3 movement. You can still wall jump off of that wall and make it into here, so I think it works out fine. But yeah, I love this map. I would love to see it return. And last but not least, for the Black Ops 3 honorable mention maps, we have Gauntlet. Now, we actually have some decent looking gameplay here, because this is Mr. Dalek JD, and he actually was uploading 1440p 9 years ago, and a lot of other people were just uploading 720p, which is crazy to me. But yeah, as you can tell, there's the snow in the beginning. Okay, change of class. There's snow in the beginning, and you have this like weird movie set on the side, and then the other side's like a jungle. It's a very cool 3-lane map, because each lane has a different area. Like right now, you were in like the forest area of the map. It is very, very cool. One of the coolest, most unique maps that they have put into Call of Duty. I love it. I would personally love to see this map come back again. I think this would be really cool. I think it would fit Black Ops 7 very well. I think a lot of Black Ops 3 maps would fit Black Ops 7. I just think it matches that aesthetic. But yeah, so that's it for my honorable mentions. I think that all these could be pretty cool in the game, but I don't know how they would add them or when they would add them. I just think they would be pretty cool. But yeah, let's move on to what you guys actually clicked on the video for, and that is the Black Ops 2 maps. Starting at number 10 on the list, we've got this beautiful map, Yemen. I thought it would be a fun idea to actually load up these maps, and as we're playing them, get to see what they look like at the same time. We're actually over on Black Ops 2 Plutonium right now, and there's a little bit of movement issues with the custom games in Plutonium. Like sometimes it moves a little slower. There's the movement just looks weird. Sometimes you get like stuck like this. I don't know why. I think it's just because custom games might not be fully flushed out in Plutonium. But anyways, we can still look at the map. So this is Yemen, all right? Now, Yemen was never really my favorite game in Black Ops 2. It's a good map, don't get me wrong, but it was never really my favorite. One of the reasons why I would like to see it in Black Ops 7 is because, as far as I'm aware, it has never been remastered before, and I feel like it's a very iconic map from the Black Ops 2 series. With that being said, it is a very dull color palette when it comes to the actual map, and because of modern Call of Duty, since Modern Warfare 2019, all we have known is dull color palettes. Actually, Black Ops 7 looks to be the most colorful out of all the Call of Duties we've received. That's good, but this map is not the most colorful. Now, that being said, the lighting is very bright, and there is a beautiful ocean out here and sea, so it already looks better than most of the modern Call of Duty maps. However, as far as wanting to see it in a new game, that's why I'm not as excited, because we're going to get a lot of these dull color palette maps. But this map is beautiful. If we're spawning here at the beginning of the game, number one, you can go that way. This is where the trick shots happened. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to get flashbacks. There has to be trick shotting in a Black Ops 7, because if there's not, then it's not a Black Ops 2 sequel. Like, let's be real. But anyways, you spawn here. If you want to go up the middle, you go up the middle. We'll go there later. But like up down the left side. Let's go down the left side. Let's just like look how beautiful everything looked here. Like, you know, you've got this very clear lane. Now, this was a very tight lane, so most of the time, you're not really going to be, like, this is not the way I used to go, unless it was, like, the middle of the game. But this building right here, so you come into the building here. This building used to be Camper Central. You know, there's campers in all Call of Duties, but it was at least easier to deal with them back then. But, yeah, so you come down this building, and now you're back in the center. So this map design isn't my favorite map design. I do like, however, how most, at least on this lane here, you were pushed to kind of fight towards the center. But there was these window, they always have these window crosses, and there was these on this map. And then you had the like one up here too. And then this building. So this isn't the best design map and system map, but I still want to see it come back, because it's better than most of the maps that we've ever gotten in any of the newer Call of Duties. I still think that it will be one of the better maps, and I would love to see it come back, just so we can get to play it again on the new engine and get to experience some of the new remastered items. Like, for example, you better be able to break all this fruit. I want to see all the fruit explode if I shoot it. You know, that has to come back. But they can do that in the new engine. If I want to break this trash bag open, I should be able to. You know, there's stuff that they couldn't do in this game that they can do in Black Ops 7 that would be really cool to see. But yeah, this is a really nice map. I do like this map, but it is 10 because it's not my favorite. But anyways, this is Yemen. There's your full map overview if you wanted to look at it for yourself. This is their number 10 spot. But let's quickly move over to our number 9 spot. Coming in on our number 9 spot, we've got Meltdown. This map is a beautiful map. Very classic Black Ops 2 map. Not really much to say is wrong with it. Again, I'm starting to notice that Black Ops 2 actually did not have the most bright color palette, but the way the game looked made it work. I don't know how to necessarily explain it, because if you look at this, it's a lot of grays and browns, but just something about the lighting and how saturated the grays and browns are and the accent colors, it made it work. This map is beautiful. Even if it doesn't have any extraordinary colors like the Black Ops 3 maps would, this map is a beautiful map. It flowed great. There's so many moments hit on this, trick shots, nukes, whatever it may be. This map was good for, I think it was good for competitive play. I mean, the moments, like this little thing here, this is the most weird Call of Duty like fighting area ever, but it was very distinct. It was a very distinct lane when you're coming this side. The bomb used to be here in Search and Destroy. It was a very cool place to play. Like just a super cool area. And then you come out here, you know, you've got your main building, your camper central, your sniper cross, like whatever it may be. You know, you just got this cool area, the back area here. This place was cool. Like just everything was cool about this map. And then you come over to the right side. The right side is where I mostly played, mostly because I was a little bit scared of that little area over there when I was a kid. You've got this side right here. Okay, now this is open. It's got your sniper cross if you want to snipe, you know, but you can also rush. I think the other bomb was right there if you were a Search and Destroy player. And you'd come up here and then cut right into the middle, and that lane also joins in the middle if you want it to. And then you've got these two buildings where if you're pushing here, you can push their spawn here, or the same exact thing on this side as well. And then you've also got the opposing tower there. This is like a very big outlier, but besides that, it is symmetrical. Like this is like the center point, and it's on an indicated lane. Like you know that you're getting something different if you go to that lane. But everything else appears to be perfectly symmetrical, at least for the most part. Like it's a pretty symmetrical map. You know, you've got a very balanced sided map. And then you've got this like little underground area if you want to do a little sneak through the middle and you don't want to fight him in there. Just a very good map in general. You know, I don't really understand. Hold on, I've never thought of this. Is this okay? So is this a power plant? On like the mountain seaside? Very interesting, but they've got like a kitchen here and stuff like that. I probably just sounded very stupid there. Toxic hazard, yeah, so maybe it's a chemical plant, whatever. As a blue collar worker, I'm very shocked that I don't know this. Okay, hold on, I've never even looked at these screens. What the heck? So they got the lodestar there. So is this a military operation? That's what I'm starting to think it is. Anyways, very cool map. Would love to see this one come back. Again, this is what I'm saying. Like this map is this map is one of the maps that I want to bring back the most, except it's all the way in 9, and I don't actually know why. It's just like where I thought it would belong. But it was, like I said, it was very hard for me to come up with the order of things. I would love to see all these Black Ops 2 maps. So yeah, that's why Meltdown's at number 9. On to number 8. Now, this is a map that I probably think a lot of you guys will not remember this. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't ever really remember this map being too popular. Coming in at 8, we have the map Frost. Now, this was a very small 3-lane map. I say very small. It was a small medium map. But we're in Amsterdam right now. It's a snowy map. Not very popular, but just a great map. The camping spots aren't that too bad because there's two points of entry here, but they're like it's hard for you to watch both of them because you can't really like hide in corners or anything too hard here. But you have the cross here, very close cross, but it led for interesting gunfights. And then you had this cross, which I just remember snipers just going ham here. You don't really push the center much unless you just have full balls, but you know, it's a pretty symmetrical map here. You got an identical thing, and then you've got, you know, the back here. It's beautiful. Like, I don't know how else to say it. It's a beautiful map. It is not that popular, but It is a beautiful Black Ops 2 map, and it belongs to be, it needs to be remastered. You've got your clear lane definition, and then you've got the snowy parts and the icy parts down here where you can actually come completely under the middle of the map and go to the other side, so the sides do connect. It's very rare that you see a map design that is not in a monocolor where you can shoot to the other side of the map from one lane. However, they did manage to make a good barrier here by putting a boat here that fits in, so it's harder, so you can still run past if you want to. And then, you know, oh, well, you die. I thought there was gonna be a barrier. I forgot they didn't do that. You can also like sneak through, like, so you can still, like, there's a way to fight across, but if you do not want to fight the other side, you can still completely go around. You know, you might have to like fight here or whatever, but for the most part, you can go around. And then, you know, you've got your building there, and then you've got a symmetrical building on the other side. So there's another cross tower here. You just shoot your guy there, run, jump, whatever, you know, flank, whatever you're going to do. And then if you want to get to the center, I'm pretty sure you can jump on this boat and jump over there. But the movement, like I said, it's and I just think that it played very well. And I think it would have a great spot in Black Ops 7. Not much else to say about it, so yeah, let's move on to number 7. Coming in at number 7, we have got Cargo. Most people liked Cargo. It led for some very unique gunfights, with the changing of the crates throughout the map was always pretty cool. You had your sniper tower, then you had another camper tower over there. It's not the best Black Ops 2 map in my opinion. I wasn't too big of a fan of it, just because I felt like it led to some very uncomfortable gunfights, but I also think that's what makes it a good map. And I do hope that it comes back, because Cargo does deserve a place. I believe that this is the only map that I'm going to talk about that was actually brought back in part of Blackout, but it wasn't like a one-to-one remake, I don't think, and you know, it was Blackout, so that doesn't really count. That's not really what I'm going for here. But yeah, just the changing crates, like he's about to pick up this crate, which now, right now, if I peek here, I can't see that sight line over there, but now I can fight them. And then, you know, you could get crushed by them, led for some funny moments. Very clear lanes, you know, very different fights that you're taking in each lane. You know, obviously you can go up there or down there if you want to come to here. And when you come on this side, this is probably the better side to be. I still remember Vanos Gaming and his crew lane right here, trying to win the game without getting the kill and just hiding. Oh, good moments, great moments. Black Ops 2 was just... it's just such a good game. And then you've got their spawn. So even if you're getting spawn trapped here for whatever reason, there's multiple different little areas that you can kind of like get some more of advantage. You're not just completely at a disadvantage if you get peeked. But yeah, I never even noticed the city back there. Holy crap, there's like a beautiful city over there. Cargo belongs in Black Ops 7. Let us move on to number 6. Coming in at spot 6, we have Carrier. Now everyone knows Carrier. You've probably seen multiple shots going like, oh, I didn't even jump off. You've probably seen multiple trick shot clips jumping off here, hitting to there, hitting wherever, tomahawk, trick shots, just everything. This map had it all. This was probably your glorified sniper map, if most of you guys remember. Very good for search and destroy as well. I don't really like understand completely like the map design. Like, it is very open. Even then, you still have your defined lanes and ways that you can go secretly around the lane, you know, flanking wise, which I love in maps as long as it's not overdone. But, you know, your flag would be here. It'd be a very hard flag to keep, you know, fight over here under the jet, you know, on top of the planes. It was just a very, very cool map. And I just love the military carrier aesthetic, with all the warships around, which it looks like we are taking a beating. But I mean, we're still standing, so I guess we're winning whatever war it is. Very cool map. I really remember this, you know, just you can trick shot of this, throw a tomahawk. You know, I did that completely the wrong way, but ballistic knife, whatever it may be, Carrier has to be a go-to map. And it kind of goes to show that another reason why I think trick shotting has to come back in Black Ops 7. Yes, there are still ways to trick shot in the newer Call of Duties, but it's very hard. They don't have things like instant swapping. It looks clanky. Kill cams are all weird. I don't care if it's busted or looks dumb or whatever. Bring back instant swapping. I should be able to instant swap my guns. It looks cool for trick shot. And snipers, man. Please, with snipers, let them actually be able to quick scope. I know it was pretty powerful in this game, but that's part of what gives Black Ops 2 its identity, is the trick shotting and quick scoping community. Carrier needs to make a return, but nothing left to be said about it besides moving on to number 5. Coming at number 5, we have Plaza, and that may surprise a lot of people that Plaza is all the way down at 5, but I've had other maps that people maybe liked more, a little bit higher, and there is a reason for that. Now, back in the day when I was a kid playing this game, I did not like Plaza. It was a nighttime map, there was interesting sight lines. The mid map was kind of where people went, to quick scope. There's so many feeds that were like hit here going like boom, boom, and then there is the sniper towers here. Which a lot of people did camp on. After playing the game recently and just getting to enjoy the game, I have not really noticed anything negative about this game. I love this map. I think it's great. It's beautiful. And come on, can we not forget about this? All right, I'm 20 years old. I gotta stop. I mean, I have a kid. I'm letting my inner kid come out, but never mind. Anyways, guys, I'm married now. It's crazy. Time flies by. They have to remix that. If that song, bar for bar, okay, not remix it. They have to bring that song back because I feel like they're just gonna ruin the remix. But that song has to be in it. And what? Anyways, sorry, I'm getting a little carried away. There's like weird posters that I haven't really looked into detail before. We got a reception desk with security stuff. Very interesting. Very interesting map. There's sailboats everywhere. Whatever. They also had some unique spots. Like there was this little path you could take over here to the side and go around things. You could get up to the tower from there. There's also a ladder on the other side where people place claymores. Kind of annoying, but overall pretty cool. And that's why Plaza is at my number 5. I would love to see a remaster in Black Ops 7, but let's move on to my number 4 spot. Coming in the number 4 spot, we have Takeoff. Now, the rest of this list is going to be DLC maps, actually. BO2 has some of the best DLC maps ever. I think Black Ops 3 tops it. You saw how many honorable mentions from Black Ops 3 we had in the beginning. That was only DLC, and there was more good maps as well, but those are just the main ones that I wanted to honor, I guess. Takeoff is a very, very solid map. If we take a look at the map overview here, it is not symmetrical. It's actually very unique on both sides, but overall, I think they both play very nice, and it's just a very iconic map, and a lot of moments have been on here. Sniping, trick shotting, whatever it may be. Just so you had your little trick shotting tower there. People would trick shot from over there too. I remember another hiding spot here. I don't remember the bombs were. I think the bomb was here though. I think that's where this platform was the bomb, and you could hide and try to ninja defuse. Just a great map overall. A lot of places that you can play. I think the aesthetic of the map perfectly fits 2035 for Black Ops 7. I think it fit the 2025 theme that they were going for. But as far as how this looks, I think this would actually fit Black Ops 7's aesthetic a little bit better. Like specifically, I'm thinking like, what if you're up here and all of a sudden you go here and you do a wall jump off of here, and then another trick shotting spot back here. I love the way it looks. I love the way it plays. Just the futuristic setting. I'm pretty sure we're just in the middle of the ocean. Yep, space shuttle in the middle of the ocean. Bring back seagulls. I want to be able to shoot them in Black Ops 7. Yep, bring back the seagulls. You heard me. But yeah, very, very cool map. I loved this DLC map. I thought it was one of my more favorite ones. Not much else to say about it other than bring it back. And let's head on to number 3. Now, the next map we have is Vertigo. This was another great map, and it actually looks very similar to the last map, but it plays so much different than the last map. These are one of the things where I would be fine interchanging them. Like, you could either give us Vertigo or Takeoff. They really do give a similar vibe to them. But I prefer the layout of this map much better. I feel like it goes back to more of a classic 3-line map with the addition of, trick shot. Oh, sorry, I can't say it on YouTube anymore. Your Sui trick shots, jumping off the side here, trick shotting. Very, very cool play style. Like, there's this window here that if you really want to risk it, you can run down here and, there's a ladder, and you can also go back up, which just awesome map design. It adds some very cool, unique gunfights. I almost fell off. You know, and then, you know, your inside area, very clean. This movement bug is weird. Yeah, very cool map design. I always loved it. This middle was always fun to play because it's basically lanes in the middle map. There's not like an open middle map. Like, this is the middle map. I thought that was so cool. Very tight, close quarters. You know, you've got automatic doors there, which is awesome. And then you come to this side, very good sight lines. A lot of snipers on this map, but a lot of other guns too. You know, you didn't have to snipe. You could also flank around this side. I love when they include little things like this where you have like the main lane of fighting, and you can also try to like do a little bit more ratty of an approach. Now, there has to be limits to that because in the newer Call of Duties, a lot of people are rats, and I hate rats. But this is cool because it comes right off the lane. It's the same layout, so it's not like a completely different lane. It's the same lane, but you can just take a different approach, and you still might have to fight to get it. So it's a really rewarding, but it also, if someone is running by there and you run by, you flank the team. Like, you know, that's good. It adds some very good map control. And then, you know, you come back into their spawn, which a lot of good moments out there in the outer ring back there, trick shots, all that stuff. It's a small to medium range map. Another one of these maps where they have like the same with Raid. Actually, a lot of Black Ops 2 maps have this style where one lane would be perfectly straight and then the other lane would have this dome-like side to it to add a little bit more uniqueness to the map. A lot of Black Ops 2 followed that map design. Raid specifically had it. Meltdown had it. I would love to see it come back and make a return. But yeah, let's move on to number 2. Coming in second place is Rush. This map is amazing, okay? I wouldn't say it's the best map in the game, obviously. Why am I moving so? I do not remember moving that fast. But I love the aesthetic. We're in a paintball arena. It's a classic 3-lane map. I swear I just saw someone. That's kind of creepy. This is like the main spot I'm thinking of. Colorful, fun. You actually like it's paintball. You know, it's fun. You know, you can hide behind things. You know, then you get like the paintball shop here. They've got all the paintball equipment. Their merch store. It just really feels like a paintball shop. You know, you've got the cams to watch things back. And the overlook of the arena. They actually have a layout here of the Spoli field, I guess. I never noticed that. I must have not really taken into details. I've never walked around these maps in the old game. I kind of just played on them, you know? So it's kind of cool getting to see these in return. I'm confused why there's so many police cars and what happened here. A lot of blown up cars, all that stuff. Not really much design on the outside. Would love to see them do something, you know, a little bit more creative because they have the ability to do that in the newer games, which is a really cool thing that they do in the games is add up like a cool out of bounds map. Very easy lane here. Fighting, they have some few corners you have to clear, which is fine. You know, you've got your cross, your mid ground here, your mid. You could go up here. You know, you've got more stuff to fight behind. If you want to jump up here into the window, you can. If not, you can go down here and do this. Go this way, peek right into their spawn, or you can go this way. You'll have to fight whoever's hiding in the truck. You know, whatever it may be. There's just a lot of good fight opportunities on this map, and I think it looks great. Now, this is a bit, I feel like this is a small map. Like, if this was in Black Ops 7, I feel like it would feel really small. So, I don't know if they would extend this or if they'd have to make it a strike map with scorched accessibility. This would be a very brain rot centered map because of the movement increases, which is what you're going to see with a lot of the maps that I'm asking to bring back. It'd be hard. It's hard to remaster maps when you have a new movement system. It does make it a little bit more challenging, especially when the movement's just overall faster. Like these maps that flow really nice in Black Ops 2 might not flow really nice in Black Ops 7, and that's just how it is going to be. But, you know, I just think it would be nice to be able to play on it again in a newer engine, new graphics, new guns, all that stuff. That was my second place pick. Let's move on to pick number 1. For my number 1 pick, I have Cove. Yes, this one might surprise some people. This map is beautiful. Now, it is a circle, so, you know, it is an interesting map design. However, I think it plays really well. I have very fond memories of this. Again, more trick shotting spots, just great great gunplay opportunities. It's a little bit more open and breathable. I think this would actually work with Black Ops 7's system. You know, you've got your tight space there, but the mid map overall is decently open, especially like if you're in the spawns. Like these lanes are pretty open. You can go around all the way around here if you want and run around the backside as another little like path you can take, or you can take the main path and take some more fast gunfights here. Just a really good map. With an interesting map design that I think is great. A lot of good opportunities for moments and gunplays and cool, unique situations that are not overly the top spammy. And, you know, we're already confirmed to getting hijacked back, and that's supposedly hijacked over there. So, you know, that would be a great way to tie the two maps together since they like their little storyline stuff. But yeah, I love Cove. I think it's a great map. Bring the fish back. Let me kill the fish in Black Ops 7. If I can't kill the fish, then you're doing something wrong. So this is Cove. This is my #1 pick. Like I said before, there are plenty of good maps to bring back. And you can say in the comments, oh, you should have brought back this. You should have brought back that. And I agree. Bring back those maps, okay? Like, bring them back. I want to see them all. I loved Black Ops 2. The only map I didn't really like was Aftermath. I'm sorry. I clickbaited you into the thumbnail. I do not like Aftermath at all. But if they want to remaster it, fine. Go for it. Remaster it. I'll play it. Sure. I probably won't play it again, but I'll play it. Actually, no, because I don't have to skip it every time. People will vote for it. Actually, don't bring Aftermath back. You can show us pictures of an upgraded Aftermath, but that's about it. The before math. I like that. I love Cove. I think it is a beautiful map. I think it's a wonderful map. I think it would flow well with Black Ops 7. So far from what we've seen, you could wall jump off this tree maybe, or this plane wing, and boom, you know, trick shot. I don't even know. But I think it would work really well with the movement speed. I think it's a big enough map, and it's open enough that it works, but still close enough that it feels like you're getting into gunfights. That is my list of the top 10 Black Ops 2 maps that we haven't seen before that need to be in Black Ops 7, in my opinion, along with some Black Ops 3 honorable mentions that I would love to see as well. If you guys did make it to the end of the video, please comment your favorite pick below and let me know if you disagree or agree with any of these picks and anything you might change. If you're new to the channel, then subscribe and leave a like and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything Call of Duty. I've been talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 7 a lot, but I'm going to get back into gameplay, and we're going to have a fun year ahead of us, hopefully, if the game is fun. But with that being said, that is going to be it for me. I've been talking over these maps for a while. My voice hurts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Subscribe for a ping one. Subscribe.
Click subscribe.
For a ping one. It's free.